Well, why don't we do one more? Well, why not? That just seems like something we should do. So, I guess last I left off was with our Lunar Game Gear translated game, but let's just put it in the shell because it's fun. You can witness one of these being placed in the shell the first time. So I never really got to show you guys the fitment. So here's our shell. It's lying in there. And the main thing is we just want to make sure that it clears the edges, the sides. So you should be able to see that it should clear it just fine. We're just going to put the top on. I'm sure you guys can figure out how to take these apart. They are a little tricky, but there's tutorials on the internet if you haven't seen. I just figured it out on my own with a guitar pick. Went old school, but there we go. Snap together. It's pretty easy. Fits right in there. All the edges line up perfectly, so there's no bowing or bending or anything. So let's put our screw in there. Grab a screw. Set that screw down. These are just great. And to the last part, I made a label, just photo editing and screwing around, then measure everything with a ruler against one of my other Game Gear games to get an idea with a fitment. So this label is by all means not perfect, but I did my best to try to attempt to create a label for some of these Game Gear games that I made. So here's my little label I made for it, a little Lunar game. So I'm just going to try to apply this on here just right. The harder part was trying to get all the little contours to fit in this little space, so I'm just going to try my best to line it up. But I could always make more, I guess, using a similar process. There we go. I can make it look a little nicer so we can label our game. And then with my other more tough boards, the non-saving games, these are the ones that I had to fix. This one was easy because the board was perfect, but these ones weren't bad after I figured them out. So made a Mega Man and a Gunstar. This game is so much fun. I wish I could have played that before. So this is a really fun game on Game Gear, and surprisingly not as hard as I would think it would be. But that's a ton of fun. Mega Man. Stupidly, I think I actually owned this game as a kid, but probably foolishly sold it, not realizing it. But it's still a lot of fun. I actually don't think that this version of Mega Man is very hard comparatively. But, you know, again, these are just my little sample labels that I made on these, but they're pretty cool what you can do with these new Mortov boards. So I just want to share those things with you guys so you can get an idea of what you can make for yourself using these new Game Gear PCBs. So again, you can find them at Mortov Games if you want to check them out for yourself.